So, I'll say one thing, my thank yous. Last week, I think everybody read the shtickle. There was a piece in the Art Scroll publication. There's a chiddush. I never saw the chiddush before from the what's his name, from the chinuch. Why was the choshen tight on the kohen? The reason why the choshen was tight on the kohen was because if it would have been loose, it wouldn't have been pretty. It wouldn't have been nice. Yeah, baggy is not beautiful. It would have been nice. It would have been, so it had to be beautiful. It had to be nice. That was the choshen, had to be pretty. So Rav Shach learned up from there that Torah has to be presented in a nice way. And they brought a ma'aseh from Rav Shach that he took a sefer home. He took one of the old ktsoisen, let's say, he took it home. The real ripped one, the old ones. And Talmidim asked him why. He says, I wanted to leave the fresh, the new sfarim for the bachrim, so that they should get a geschmack from their learning from clear, nice print. Very interesting ma'aseh when I read it. It's there's always two types of rebbeim in my yeshiva. One rebbe always used to buy a new Gemara for the newsman, and one rebbe always never bought a Gemara. Always had his old Gemara. It's interesting. I'm not sure how to touch up the ma'aseh, but that was, he brought it from the chinuch. The Torah has to be pretty. The Torah has to be nice. So I'll say that the last few weeks we've been hosted by Torah Anytime, and they are meridik makpid on quality, the quality of the video, thanks to my son, and also the audio. Quality of the audio is very important to them, and so they told me I have to upgrade my audio, and two special people chipped in to help me with that upgrade. That's a chashuv azach. So we have a schus, we upped our game. Baruch Hashem. That's very exciting. So that was one thing I wanted to just say. That was negay last week. But we are now holding Parshas Kisisa, and we're holding also Parshas Porah. So we have the main topic, I think, in this week's Parsha. One of the central topics in this week's Parsha is the Chet HaEgel. And we have Parshas Porah. So I saw a hemshech. What shall I do? This is one of my, you want to call it my weak point or my strong points. And when I get stuck in something, I see it everywhere. So we said a vart last week. We spoke about the Milchamas HaMolek, and we spoke about the ra of this milchama, what caused the milchama. We saw it in the Megillah. This inyan of Frumkeit, of oiber chachamness, tatztiki, al titztak harbe. There was a concept of al titztak. There's a new lashon I'm going to share with you this week that Rav Wolbe brings from Rabbi Yerucham, and Rabbi Yerucham says it, or his son says it in the Das Torah. We'll see it in a second. Lo letapes lashamayim. Yeah, don't climb up to shamayim. There's another musig very similar to this concept. What we're saying, very similar to the concept what we're saying of al titztak harbe. This is be'etzem what happened by the Chet HaEgel. By the Chet HaEgel, all the mefarshim are going crazy, trying to explain what happened to Chet HaEgel. Rashi is miramas to the arichas that we find in the other Rishonim, in the Ramban, in the Ibn Ezra. Where is it? Kiboishish Masha. Asher yelchu elakus harbe ivu lahem. Trichim anu lelakus asher yelchu lefanenu. We need somebody that's going to walk in front of us. So, like I said, Rashi is only miramas to it, but the Rishonim speak it out, ba'arichas mamish. And I'll just quote for you, Rabbi Yerucham brings the Rishonim. Bira inyan, hine omer Pinchas ben Yor, Torah mevile des rizus, atachlis hashlemus, v'chulu atachlis. Lamanu Hashem is ein a niknitz. The shleimus is not niknit b'kfitza al har Hashem. You don't jump when it comes to shleimus. Kim b'seder hadargas madrega achas lemadrega shniya gavoya mimen v'chein hala ad atachlis. Like we said, lo letapes lashamayim. I'll show you that lashon in a second. Zeu ha'inyan asher bikshu b'mayis ha'egel ki be'adir cheftzom liyos dovek b'Hashem echad liyos mechuvonim kol avoidosam l'shem ha'miyuchad ve'ech zeh mechuvonim u'ma yechavnu HaKadosh Baruch Hu ein lo tzir u'dmus. They have no tfisa. The only thing that they had a connection was Moshe Rabbeinu, and Moshe Rabbeinu is boisha, she's not coming. So they were chalashing. They were chalashing for that dvekis. They wanted to be makayim that chisoran, that dvekis. So Rabbi said, again, with my, let's say, that's a problem that I have. I learn a yisoid, and then all of a sudden, I can't run away from it. I think it's coming up clear. That is the big mistake. This urge of tzidkus, of dveikus, was the source of their mapala, the kfitza l'shamayim, right? Okay, so is that a fair observation? I could do that. Am I allowed to do that? There's not too many people here, so I can't ask too many people. Okay, but I think it's okay. I think that's fair to say. So I'm going to, I know, yeah. So I think it's fair to say that, and that allows me to go a little bit me'oivei ha'koira over here. I really want to go into this inyan because, it's not going to be so hard for us because Rav Wolbe Mamish went into it already and gave a moiradika, zugang on what this subject is all about, and to understand it, where are the cracks, and also how to fix it, which I think is very much an Ikea Parshas Parah, which is amazing. And machshava. Either way, Frumkeit says the Mashgiach, Rav Wolbe, Soilu panu derech harimu michshol miderech ami. Bashvil hatzara moivila lo emes ba'avodas Hashem. In that road that takes us to avodas Hashem be'emes, there is a michshol sheshmoi Frumkeit. And he puts in parentheses, lemunach ze ein tirgum ivri holem. I don't have a Hebrew word for this word. Does. Frumkeit. So he explains like this. Rabbi said this is mamish yesodistic. Frumkeit hi dachaf tiv'i. It is a natural instinct. Instinctivi. There's no word for that in English. Yeah, in Hebrew. It's a natural instinct. Lihisyaches el haboire. To have a shaykhis to the boire olam. And he says a chidush that even animals have this natural instinct. Psukim mefurashim, hakfirim shoyagim, lateref ulevakesh me'el ochlam, noisin lebehem lachma levnei orev asher yikro. They have an instinct. It's an instinct that the Rebbe put into the bria that nivroim want to get close to the boire. Ein kol echrech lavim psukim ele kemlitza. Don't understand these psukim as a, as a mashal. It is kachazeh. There is a meshicha, an instinct. Oisoi instinct. Poyel ba'adam. Ukamuven berama yoter gvoya. It's the same thing by man, but in a much higher level. Now he says that there's a mila here. Frumkeit tiv is zu oizeres lanu ba'avodas Hashem. Very much so. Helps us in our avodas Hashem. Ubli siyu tivizeh. Without this natural instinct that we have to want to be close to Ruchnias, ha'avoida kveida aleinu ad moed. Avodas Hashem would be way too difficult. It's too difficult. Our wanting to be shaykh to this Ruchnias is very helpful. Ulam, and here comes the kicker. Hafrumkeit hi kemoy kol dachaf instinctivi apoil ba'adam. It shares a common denominator with all natural instincts of the human nature, and that is egoistic. It's rooted in egoism. It's self-centered. It's all about the I. It's all about me. Betiva. L'chen Frumkeit. If you, the observation is as follows: the Frumkeit dochefes es adam rak lasis mashetov la'atzmai. Frumkeit will only push you to do what's good for you. I want to steig. I want to this. I want to get close. I need this inspiration, this thing that is relative to me. Most of the times, and he says it mefurish. Pa'ula bein adam lachaveroi v'gam ma'isa lishma bein adam lamakim einam nizoinim mifrumkeit. A mitzvah lishma bein adam lachaveroi. There's no push. There's no frumkeit is there. A person's not interested. Because that is the nature of this midah. It's a good thing, but it is extremely self-centered. This is something that we have to understand and be boichen. This could have taken us weeks to do if we were going to do this, as a vad type of thing. To figure out, this is the nature of the zach. Okay? So it is a michshol, but there is a tzad toiv to it, because we wouldn't be able to survive without it. But it ends up being self-centered. Okay? So that's basically the word over here. I'm not going to have enough time to go through this whole shtick. I thought I would today.
We got all night.
Oh, we got all night. But here. Okay, that's a ma'aser from the altar. So he says we can't base our avodah on this Frumkeit. And I'm showing you now from last week and now from this week. This here was the mistake. Look, they had this unbelievable chayfetz. Adir cheftzam liyos davik. They wanted. It was a dachaf instinctivi kimat. Liyos davik b'Hashem. There's a moridika, hemshech over here. How so if Frumkeit can't be the basis of our avodah, so what is? This is a fair question, right? The avodah is based on das, what he calls das, and he brings a Rabbeinu Yoina in Pirkei Avos. Chavivin Yisrael shenivru b'tzelem, chiba Yisrael noidas lem shenivru b'tzelem. That whole Mishnah says the Rabbeinu Yoina like this. Yedias eila advarim heim l'telos gedol l'dveikus. Again, we want dveikus over here. Acher shen is golem kechav adam lefonav mikol habriyas ki b'tzelem nivru. V'Yisrael yoidim kem chavivim b'kol shara umes ki nikru banim lamakim. Bachar banim b'kol ha'amim v'notzon l'terasoi. Ulam al kol panim, says Rabbeinu Yoina. Listen to this. Yoidim anu kikar v'Hashem aleinu, Hashem yizbarach aleinu for sure. Afal pichein lo yachshoiv ha'adam. Even if he's a tzaddik, even if he does good. Shu karev elav. Don't ever think that. This is a rishon, Rabbi Yisai. Rabbeinu Yoina is saying this. On the mission of Chavivin Yisrael, even though you are doing good, and you are Chaviv, Shenikru Betzelem, all the good tezachen, don't think, Al Yachshoy V'Odam, Shu karev elav. V'ata yodea, and you know, Ki asogasa enosh mu'etes, ve'eineno sholem shiyuchol ha'aseges hadveikus. You can't. It's not benimtze. It's not in your yecholis. The Rebbeinu Shalom is ein cheker l'tvunotzoi. V'lo yishidam shu rochek memenu legamre. No, don't think that you're rochek. Chibi yasera nidas lo im mizera Yehudimu. Very strange. It's like such a uplifting Mishnah. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, Habibi, atalo sham. You're not over there. You can't be. You can't. Now, why? What's this whole Hagdama? What is all this? The pshat is that we're interested in kirva. We want dveikus, but you can't get close. You can't. It's a riddle, major riddle going on over here. We want dveikus. Kirvas alekim litoy. Oh, bro, it's a dream. You ain't going to get there. It's not going to happen. So what does he say? Yeah. So first he gives a shtaka. V'davka zui gisha shala Frumkeit. This is exactly what Frumkeit tries to accomplish. No, I'm close, and I want to be there. Yeah, right? They wanted to go up on the mountain. Imu b'matzav shel kirva richa bekoyach lekirva. He wants to get close to kirva. Al kagoin zehizer ad mor tomid. Right? He's quoting this what I showed you. The Das Torah. Lo letapes l'shamayim. Rak lo letapes l'shamayim. Just don't go there. Ada ala karka tzorach lamoid. A person has to stand on the ground, always on the ground. Ve'achiyusi b'maisim. Oh, so that's negay the other mission that we spoke out once of kol shechachmasim meruba mimaisav. Ein chachmasim miskayemes. Dafka maisim is what's going to make it happen. It's going to make it happen. So, but then he asks, Ha'im be'emes yesh levater al iskarvas Hashem yizborach? That's his big problem. That's the riddle. Are we learning here that we have to forget about iskarvas? Look at all the dangers that came from it. We wanted to bring karbanos to Hashem. Amalek came out of that. We wanted to get close. The egel came out of that. Are we supposed to give up on that? Halak kol bar das roita biskarvas v'davar melech amar tzom lecha nafshi kam lecha b'sori v'oid kain rabbis. So again, this is a little bit long today. The basic mahalach is, okay, like the Rabbeinu Yoina says, and again, he doesn't mention anything about Para Aduma, but I can't hold myself back. I'm saying this is what Para Aduma is all about. Is it not? This is the sugi of Para Aduma. Rechoika b'meni. Echkema v'hi rechoika b'meni. Coming to the avana that is, I'll never get close. On that we build our avodas Hashem. That is how we should build our avodas Hashem. And the outcome of that is again, it's kedai to see this inside. He brings a Gemara in Soita, a Peladik Gemara. When you are mevasis your whole avodas Hashem, knowing that there is no shaychus to kirva, memela your whole life you'll work like a madman. With that hashkafa of being far, but also being chaviv, knowing that there's a chiba yisera, you will always do ma'asim. Because I want to get close. That's how you get closer, right? When you're driving, it's far away. So you keep on driving more miles and more. You're getting closer and closer and closer. You're more. You have to do more. So that's the Indian of he calls it anivas. There's more to say. There is more to say, but the point is that this concept of letapes l'shamayim, that's rooted in Frumkeit. That's the nature of the zach, but that's not going to build real avodas Hashem. The real avodas Hashem is the tikkun of the egel, is parashas para. The para says we're far. There's no way to get close. So Mela, how do you get close? Maisim. That's how you get close. The esdaka ushfal ruach. Somebody who's low and is always going to do maisim. Okay? This is basically the sugya. I think it gives a lot of light to the egel. And if you go back, maybe you'll have to wait till next year if you're scared, we're done already with Amalek. But if you want to read the shtickle on Amalek, I think you'll understand the shtickle better now in Amalek too. It's all the same sugya. I mean, at least in my mind. It's all the same sugya. And that's the mahalach. Okay.